guys, it's Reagan, and today I'm here to bring you my August wrap-up. Yes! Yes! And this month I only read a total of 6 books, but to be fair, one of them was like 900 pages, so I feel like that gets me a little bit of brownie points. Just a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, let's just get right on to it. So the first book I read this month was Born Wicked by Jessica Spotswood. And this book was really, really good. It is a historical fiction witch novel set in kind of a redone, set in a world that's kind of based on early Eastern American settlements. So she lives in a town that's super religious and super against witchcraft. So she's kind of learning how to survive with her and her sisters that have witch powers, and she's trying not to get like arrested. It's super, super good. I really, 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 really enjoyed it, and I love Finn. I want to marry him. And yes, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 on Goodreads. And the book I read after Born Wicked was Legend by Marie Lu, and this is a dystopia novel. And this was super duper 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 fast paced, extremely entertaining. And I heard people like equate this book to a movie, and I have to agree. It's kind of one of those books that you sit down and read, and you just read in one sitting, because it feels like you're watching a movie, because it's just so action packed and so fast paced. There's never a dull moment. And if you didn't know, this follows 2 main characters. June, who is a prodigy. She is a prodigy, so she has scored perfect in all of her tests, and basically she skipped like years and years of schooling, and now the military has hired her, and she's only 15 years old. And it also follows Day, who is a criminal who kind of does sort of guerrilla tactics, and he vandalizes like the government, a lot of government military bases and stuff like that, and how their worlds collide and stuff like that. It's really, really good. Another book that I gave 5 out of 5 on Goodreads. Totally check this out. Just like next book I completed this month is gotta be one of my favorite books I've read this year. I loved it so much. And that is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. This book was freaking awesome. Selena, and she is an assassin. And basically what happens is she starts out the novel in prison, and then the prince takes her out of prison to basically join this competition to try to become the king's champion. So she has to like defeat all these other, you know, criminals, soldiers, things like that to become the top dog. And she's doing it because if she wins, she'll eventually get her freedom. So, and I have to say, Selena is one of my favorite female protagonists ever. She is so kick-ass, she is hilarious, and also practical, and like that is one of the main reasons why I love her so much. If you've read this, at the very end she makes this choice where I'm just like, girl, you do you. She's just like, she literally was like, I'ma do me, and you can do you, but I got stuff I gotta deal with. It was hands down, I was like, that was like the greatest moment in a book ever. It was so great. Anyway, I love her so much, and I really like a lot of the other characters in this book as well, but really Selena, it's one of the best female protagonists ever written, and Crown of Midnight comes out really, really soon. Or actually, by the time this goes up, it'll be out. So, oh yeah, I'm reading it probably as we speak. The next book I read after that is a book I read on my iPad or my e-reader or whatever, and that is Faking It by Cora Carmack. And this is the sequel to Losing It, which I read last month, or I shouldn't say sequel, companion novel to Losing It that I read last month. It's an easy, breezy new adult. I have to say, this is probably going to be one of the last contemporary new adults I read, probably till like Christmas time, because I was just annoyed. And it wasn't even that the story was bad. I was just like, same old conventions every single time. And new adult is no different than contemporary. They just, instead of having a great kiss at the end, they just have great sex at the end. I'm just like, but the thing is, there's nothing wrong with that, because I know, you know, a lot of dystopian and fantasy books have similar conventions. It's just, I'm just not huge into contemporary, so I just can't read a lot of it at once. Anyway, so yeah, I ended up giving Faking It by Cora Carmack 3 out of 5 stars. If you like new adult, you probably would really like it. I was entertained. I was just like, a lot of the time. Alright, so the next book I read this month was Shadow and Bone by Leah Bardugo. And this is a high fantasy novel set in a world loosely based off Russia, and it was really, 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 really good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I enjoyed the world the most. I found the characters to be slightly lacking. Yeah. But I feel like that'll be alleviated in the sequel, which I plan on reading very soon. So yeah, I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. If you really like fantasy, or even if you just like adventure books, I think you would really, really enjoy this book. It was very good. Very good indeed. Plus all the Russian elements, because I'm a Russian culture junkie. I was just like, this was me reading this book. I was like, Peter the Great, Rasputin, Obshniki. I was just freaking out a little too much. And the last book I read this month took me 2 weeks to read because it's a big book, and that is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This book is this big. It is almost 900 pages long, so I feel like, yeah, I've only read 6 books this month, but I also read 900 pages, which is almost like 3 young adult books. Just saying. But anyway, yes, this one is one of my favorites. It was so good. I was yelling at Umbridge the entire time. I was like, what? I hate her. And Cornelius Fudge and Percy. I was just like, I'm gonna kill you all. If I ever see you in real life, I'm gonna punch you all in the face. In the 5th book. Yeah. Anyway, so obviously I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars because it's Harry Potter and I love it so much. Okay. So yeah, guys, those are all the books I read for this month. I know not my best reading month, but hey, 6 books is nothing to shake a stick at. I don't know why I use that phrase, but whatever. Anyway, okay guys, see you later with another video. Bye!